Pandemic Setup. Lay out the board and pieces. Put the colored disease cubes in separate supply piles. Put a white research station in Atlanta. Place the outbreak marker on the 0 space of the outbreaks track. Place the 4 cure markers, blank side up, underneath their corresponding colored cure indicator. Place the infection rate marker on the leftmost 2 space of the infection rate track. Shuffle the green-backed infection deck and place them on the board in the infection deck space. Flip over the top 3 cards of the infection deck into the infection discard pile, putting 3 disease cubes of the matching color on each city flipped. Flip over 3 more cards and put 2 disease cubes of the matching color on each city flipped. Flip over 3 more cards and put 1 disease cube on the matching color of each city flipped. Give each player a reference card. Shuffle the roll cards and deal 1 face up to each player. Place the matching colored pawn as indicated by the roll card in Atlanta. Return the remaining roll cards and pawns to the box. Remove the epidemic cards from the blue-backed player deck and set them aside. Shuffle the player deck and deal cards to each player based on the number of players playing, anywhere from 4 cards each in a 2-player game down to 2 cards each in a 4-player game. Players don't need to keep their cards hidden from each other. Choose a difficulty you would like to play to determine how many epidemic cards will be used in this game. For Introductory, use 4 epidemics. Standard, use 5. And Heroic, use all 6. Divide the remaining player cards into face-down piles as equal in size as possible, so that the number of piles equals the number of epidemic cards being used. Shuffle 1 epidemic card into each pile, and then stack these piles face-down on the player deck space, putting the smaller piles on the bottom. Players look at the city cards in their hand, and the player with the highest city population goes first. A detailed setup guide can be referenced on page 2 and 3 of the rulebook.